Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo. It's a little bit weird what's going on today, so I'll give you the rundown. Today's actually Saturday. I'm recording this one day early because tomorrow, Sunday, July 28th, is the day that the JoJo's Part 5 finale episode, which is going to be an hour long, airs. So, because it's a long-ass episode, and I'm probably going to have a lot to say about it, and I'm also going to be doing the manga reading at the same time, and I want all of that to be like I don't want anything else on my plate for that day. It's just weird because it didn't happen on Friday when it normally would have aired. So it runs into a bunch of my other scheduled things. So I had basically a choice like, do I wait until Sunday and then just try to do all of this? Do Hibike, Chihayafuru, both shows that I really like, I want to be able to do good commentary on, and I'd like the ability at least to do 2 or 3 episodes if I feel up to it. Do I just do those on Saturday on Sunday and like along with the JoJo's extra long episode and it's just at that point something's gonna get the cut and one of those videos is not gonna come out at a quality that I'm happy with. Because that's like literally 4 hours worth of recording minimum, barest minimum, like an hour for Chihaya, an hour for Hibike, an hour for the JoJo's actual watch, and an hour for the manga read through. Probably an hour plus an hour each for like the actual time it takes recording, and then double that for editing and render time. So it's just not, there's just no way. So I'm gonna record at least Hibike. I'm not sure if I'll do Chihaya Furu today as well, but I think I'm gonna do Hibike and Chihaya today. And so if you're a patron, you'll get these a little bit early, just like a little bit. That way they come out on time and they're good quality. And I have the time on Sunday. I have basically a clear slate schedule to focus on JoJo's, which I'd like to do. So hopefully that's cool with you. I don't see a reason why it wouldn't be. I'm just doing. I mean, you get the video a little bit early. It should be a nice surprise. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, and that's why I'm recording on Saturday, and that's why I didn't say it's Sunday morning because it's not. It is Saturday afternoon. But we're going to start off with Hibike today. So we are on Hibike Euphonium episode 8. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do one or more episodes today. When I finished recording yesterday, or not yesterday, last week, when I finished recording a week ago, recording 6 and 7, I finished recording and I was like getting everything ready to like get it edited because I have to like remux all the files to a different format. And stuff so that they can be ingested by my editor, my editing software. So while I was doing that, I got a message on Discord from somebody who was like, "Hey, by the way, if you haven't recorded it yet, it would probably be really good if you stopped at like episode 8. That would be a really good stopping point." And I'm just sitting there like, dude, I'm about to start rendering episode 6 and 7. No, too late. So I didn't manage to do that. So I guess episode 8 has something in it that made this person say that. I don't know what it was, whether it's like a conclusion to something that we've been talking about for a while, or the start of a new chapter coming in episode 9. I don't know. If it feels conclusive and like there's enough to say about episode 8 alone, then I'll probably just watch episode 8 in this video, and we'll go back to, we'll just do one in the video. We're just going to play it by ear. Because it is already almost 3 p.m. So I've got time constraints, you know. But that makes me think that maybe episode 8 has like a lot of meat to it, and maybe it'll have like a lot of content to talk about, and we won't end up doing an extra episode because it would just get too long. We'll see. I'm totally cool doing 8 or 8 and 9, or hell, I might even do 8, 9, and 10, whatever. I know that there are 13 episodes in the first season, I think, right? Let me check. Make absolutely sure. Yeah, there are 13 in the first season. So if I did 8, 9, and 10 today, then I could line up 11, 12, 13 next time. But it might be better if I did 8, 9, then 10, 11, and 12, 13. That's probably better. Two episodes is like the sweet spot, I think. 1, you kind of want a little bit more. 3 gets a little bit long. 2's just right. So we'll either do only 8 or 8 and 9, and I don't know why I'm talking about this. You already know how many episodes are in the video because you're going to see it in the title. Ow, that actually hurt and like shook my brain up. Not Not really, but it's the feeling that I got. Ugh. Okay. As far as plot goes, things that are going on in Hibike. Well, the biggest thing on my mind is the question used as a cliffhanger at the end of the episode 7, where Hazuka, I really hope I got that name right. New tuba girl is she's misinterpreted something a little bit and thinks that maybe Kumiko and trombone guy are dating, which, as far as I know, they're totally not. So we should hopefully get rid of this misinterpretation and like misunderstanding as soon as possible. I hate misunderstanding based drama. I really do. It's always lame because there's always the easy answer of like just talk to each other. Although, to be fair to misunderstanding based drama stuff, like, yeah, that kind of stuff does happen in real life. It's still just as infuriating. So, anyway, there's that misunderstanding going on. There's some interesting dynamic stuff between like Asuka. I think that's right. Oh my god, names. Vice president and the president girl. Interesting stuff there. We had Ao-chan leave because reasons. And simultaneously, our entire wind ensemble is getting ready to try and start practicing for this first stage in the maiden competition circuit thing, I think. So, got our eyes on the prize, got interesting interpersonal stuff, got interesting, like, club drama stuff. And we also had some stuff where people are getting into the groove of, like, working hard and practicing, putting in the effort and really trying. And even those characters who were a bit more quiet, like Window Girl, starting to get into it. And it's really cool and kind of inspiring and lovely. We barely saw Reina in the last episode, and so I'd like to see some more of Reina because I'm falling in love. Just falling in love a little bit with Reina Kosaka. Just like, it happens. Anyway, I think that's about it. Let's start watching. I've got Hibike episode 8 up and ready to go. It is at 0 seconds. There will be multiple versions of this reaction video. You can find the picture-in-picture version with the video up there in the description. Timer-based version up on YouTube. Discussion at the end. Beep beep timer at the beginning. If you want to sync up with your own version. I'm losing my train of thought. What I say now is beep beep timer goes here. Hey, I did it. I did it. Yay. All right. And... No, wait, why did Sapphire say thank goodness? Or is she just on Hazuka's side? Hazuki, not Hazuka. My bad. Yet. Uh-huh. Hmm. Aww. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Oh. She has a little sister? There's a littler? Hi, Reina. Oh, they are? Oh, that's great. Only kind of, sort of, not really dating. Okay. Oh, no. Well, it didn't work. Hmm. Hmm. Haven't really thought about it. Uh, yeah. Festival triangle? Please, no love triangles. Please. Actually, you can execute it well. It'll be fine. I trust. A little bit too much detail, eh? Hmm. Hmm. That's great, giving us a visual metaphor for it as well. Glances over and sees Reina. Hi, Shuichi. Ow. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Would be nice. Yeah. Hmm. It's kind of date like. That's the day of the festival, isn't it? Uh oh. Oh no. Triangle. Oh no. Ah! Oh no. Oh no. Uh. Uh. Yep. She lost her emotion dots in the eyes. Having that much detail in the eyes allows you to really create an impact when you take it away. Oh no. Oh no. Framing it and running it like a like a live action drama. Sorry, a live action melodrama. Love advice from Sapphire. Oh, avoidance behavior. All right. Oh no. Oh no. Hmm? You guys need a better signal. You need some like Lelouch color pull. Meet on the roof. Oh no, no. It's Reina. Yes. Yes, make it a square. Perfect. Step, step. No, you're not. Go. Please. Okay. Oh. That was a very Yui laugh. Hmm. 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 Ah. Ah. This is the cutest couple. Like, yeah. Oh. Hmm. Holy crap. I want one. Oh. Ah. Ah. Little music notes all over her yukata. Oh, that's so good. She wants to practice. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. Hmm. Hmm. Wow. Hmm. 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 Sorry for not saying anything. This is just lovely. The bruising on the backs of her ankles. Wow. Timestamp for that really quick. And too late. Blunt. Hmm. Don't fuck this up, dude. Oh. Oh, Hazuki. Oh, Hazuki. Ah. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. What prompted that? Yep. Wow. Okay. Hmm. The refraction in the hair. Like a sea of stars. My conquest. Hmm. Nope, just you. Mm-hmm. I volunteer as tribute. An important distinction. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Oh. Okay. Audition hype. And that is the end of the episode. Oh, this one was a knockout. And so is Reina. Let's be real. Okay. I'm struggling with where to start on this one because there are so many interesting elements. And I kind of feel like I want to put off talking about uh, what I would consider the main meat, which is the conversations between Reina and Kumiko, because there's a lot of interesting stuff there. Um, that I want to unpack, but I want to get like other littler distracting stuff out of the way first, so that we can zoom in and focus on it. So let's start with the runner up in terms of, I think, screen time for story threads in the episode. I think the runner up in screen time is the Hazuki Shuichi segment. So we start off, we play with it as a joke, a little bit comedic, a little bit less comedic, with Midori like almost revealing stuff and her just trying to keep it under wraps, like, no, I don't really like him, all that stuff. It's cute, it's goofy. In the process, we learn essentially we learn the relationship status of everybody in base. Asuka's single, married to her UFO, cool. Goto and the other girl are dating. I don't think she's going with anybody, but I don't remember. Yeah. So the title sort of gives it away. We're gonna get a love triangle, a festival triangle, but we're also going to handle it in an interesting and mature way that does wonders for Hazuki's character development. Oh my goodness. She just shot up my rankings for sure. I was hoping it would be simpler than this. Just like, yeah, we're not into each other. Have at it. But at least, I mean, at least nobody did a stupid and nobody is in the wrong here. Like, the way that this becomes trite is if Shuichi tries to like go along with it because he's worried about offending somebody, and then it just piles on more and more and it just gets worse. Instead, he's honest about his feelings, sorry, and, well, poor Hazuki! She just bros before hosed herself. That moment when she puts on the smiling face and is like, all right then, I'm gonna help you get with Kumiko. It's like, no! Hazuki! Don't give up on love! No! Don't do it. And then we sort of put it to rest with the end credits with Reina and Kumiko playing. I wonder what song they play at the end. I'll bet if I Google it, I can find it. Hibike 8 song end. I wo Mitsuketa Basho by Oku Hanako. The place where I found love. I wonder what that's referring to. I assume that the song was produced specifically for this scene. Or at least chosen for it. Oh yeah, this section where we add the blue border and do everything in over-the-top melodrama. Lovely. And then I mentioned it, but when Kumiko is doing this, she's got the blank eye thing. This is one of the immense benefits of putting lots of detail in your character's eyes. We can see it in Midori's eyes here. Like, the character's eyes have so many layers to them. They've got the background base color, the black iris itself, the reflected like light from the underlayer of the iris there, the lights that show up as like the layers of the cornea and the reflections off of the cornea, and then the cornea reflection from the upper lighting up in the corner. And then there's the emotion dot, which is the colored dot, usually near the center, which sometimes takes the form of like multiple dots or a little bean shape depending on what they're trying to express with the eyes. But the magic is that you can then take all of that away, and because we're used to it, because we've become normalized to it, it's like the equivalent of blank face, but still with a detailed eye. We just have the backlight on the iris, the outline of the pupil, and the outline, black outline of the iris, along with the base color, missing the emotion dot, missing any refraction or any of the light reflecting off of her eyes, which is what gives character and gives emotion to the stare. So it's a way to create emotionlessness by just dropping it down, taking it away from your otherwise extraordinarily emotional facial character designs. Really cool. Really cool. Man, Midori trying to, like, push her. You go, girl. I love it. I love it. So then we get our setup for awkward. We know that everybody's going to collide out here in this hallway, and that's exactly what happens. Yeah. Pretty awkward. So she grabs the random person who comes out the door, and of course it's Reina. Okay. So, and then she's like, go talk to Hazuki. She wants the D. Please. And then there's this moment. And Reina walks by and is like, so, where are we meeting up? Just totally takes it in stride because she's the best. Obviously. Alright, Michie-san does some stuff, Taki-san does some stuff, and then we enter into cute overload time. So, is her name Riko? Riko? I want to say. Riko and Goto. The cutest. It's the cutest. And how he's just like, you're cute. I love Goto. I love him. And then she gets a little blushy moment. Aww, it's great. So then we montage through some festival activities, and then we hop over here, and holy macaroni, there's a tiny one, and... Oh my god. Hazuki does look very cute in her outfit. Mini Midori is the cutest, though. Like, winner, chicken dinner. Alright, so they run into each other. And then we are elsewhere. Okay, so at this point, we're going to start to get into the stuff that I don't want to talk about until the end. So I'm going to skip ahead until we get back to Hazuki and Shuichi. Doop, boop, bop, boop. Okay, these three doing some stuff. That's right. She notices them, and then we move to them sitting down. Takoyaki, things are weird. You know, I like you. And he just sort of... what? So what's your response? And he waits. Thinks about it. Sorry. Oh, man. And then we have this long moment. And it's gorgeous. But it's steeped in sadness and rejection. And then... that's bad enough. But this moment right here, this is when... this is the moment that my heart breaks for Hazuki. And then... right here, after pushing it down... and putting on a brave face... this is the moment that Hazuki's heart breaks. And it's... we don't get to hear any of this conversation. We don't need to. Actually, you know what? What was the song called? The Place Where We Found Love? There's some significant irony to that. Because this is the place where Hazuki was just rejected. And that's the visual that we're left with. Oh, man. Okay. I wrote down one timestamp for this episode, and it is at 15:15-ish. I'm not sure what it was. Oh, it was that. Glorious. Okay. It wasn't as impressive as I thought it was, but it's still pretty fucking impressive. Okay. So now let's backtrack a little bit. So we're going back to the midpoint of the episode. because I've skipped over all of the Kumiko and Reina stuff. So let's talk about Yuri undertones, because I don't think it's something that we can ignore, or should. There are Yuri undertones. Now, I've actually... One of the few things that I know about this show is Digi's old video on the Yuri undertones of Hibike Euphonium. Or is it Liz and the Bluebird? I don't remember. Yeah, what do you mean Euphonium is not gay? And the follow-up, can anime be too pretty for its own good? Both of them are on his After Dark channel. So, okay, the one that I've seen is, can anime be too pretty for its own good? It was a while ago. But the argument that he makes in that video essay is essentially that Hibike's production quality is so high that when they try to make emotional moments seem truly emotional, for example, what I've heard referred to as the Reina budget smile, or certain moments in this episode, when they try to elevate those moments and make them seem more emotionally impactful, there's not much further you can go without making it seem pretty gay. I don't know if I agree with that argument necessarily. And part of that is that I just haven't seen enough of the source material to really know, right? I got significant Yuri vibes from this episode. And I have to like step back and try to wonder, how would I see this episode if I hadn't seen that Digi video? And the answer is probably that I would be shipping Reina and Kumiko right now. And I am, and I would. But I also am kind of aware that it will probably never come to fruition in any way. Plus, there's this heterosexual relationship that's being set up with Hazuki trying to get Shuichi and Kumi to go together. I don't know if anything will come of that either. But there are clear and interesting Yuri undertones here. And some of them, you could say, are like even explicit, but I think that has more to do with the way that Reina chooses to express herself. For example, you could take her statement that this is a confession of love. You could take that literally if you wanted to, but it's clear to me that it's meant in a more symbolic sense, because she's talking about the concept of attraction of opposites. At least that's how I read it. I guess what I really want to say is that, like, I'm just gonna consume the material, and I'm not gonna like hardline on either side of it. Whether there is, yeah, I'm not gonna be hardcore like they're not gay or they're totally gay. I don't care. It doesn't matter, because it's gorgeous and it's awesome. And honestly, I think so far it doesn't matter. You can enjoy it either way. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. Now, that said, one benefit is that we get some absolutely amazing, beautiful moments of Reina being gorgeous. Like, we get this very standard toe-to-head shot to show off her outfit and how gorgeous she is. We get this glorious spinning turn. Oh, whew. And that one, and this, and we get Kumiko's inner thoughts, the beautiful, beautiful environment that they're in, because of course it is. Right, she's talking about the two shrines. I like this one better myself. It's more classy and mature. Now, in and of itself, there's a subtext of experimentation here. Do you do things like this often? Randomly hiking up a mountain with someone you don't know very well? You could read that as an entendre if you wanted to. But she shuts that down. She does like to do it from time to time, though. This sentiment that she expresses of sometimes desiring to break out of an ordinary life or a monotonous life, I think is something universal. I think we can all associate with that to some degree. I love this little conversation. She's like, yes, sometimes I indulge in these ideas, these fantasies of going off somewhere and whatever, but I'm grounded in reality. There's school tomorrow, after all. It's so simple, right? I want to mention that when we were right here and ending this scene, I was thinking, man, when are they going to switch instruments? Because Reina said that they would switch instruments every time. There's something about the way that this is timed, like where it's placed in the conversational flow, that just fits. Because I thought that, and then the next scene is them switching instruments. I was like, wow, that was exactly when I wanted it to be. Interesting. So she puts her hair up to carry the instrument, and we get this moment where we see that I think this is the first mark of any kind that has ever been on Reina. I mean, it's not like there have been marks placed on other characters at all, but this is the first time we've seen her as anything but like gloriously perfect. We see a little bit of the strain and pain of carrying this up the hill on her. A little bit of what she has to put in to become who she is. That's cool. That's really cool. Kumiko asks about it. She responds that she doesn't hate pain. And then, of course, there's this line which, I mean, you don't need to go very far to read this in a sexual manner. I mean, it's straightforward, but it's also kind of just two friends joking around. Like, you could read it either way. Okay, then we have our sequence with Hazuki and Shuichi, and it hurts. It hurts real bad. A tuba is all about supporting the people around. Ah, Hazuki! Why? Poor Hazuki. Poor Hazuki. Poor Hazuki. Aw, I just want her to be happy. She's a cute little cinnamon roll, and I want her to be happy. So, I think this is where things get really interesting. I've been wanting to hang out with you. You know how I said you have a terrible personality. And then she insists that that is a compliment. At that competition, our first introduction to them, that's a terrible thing to say. No, I really did think it was a weird thought. Wait. I'm actually confused by the flow of this conversation. There's something weird here. Okay, at that competition, you asked if I really thought we could make nationals. Next line is her again saying, that's a terrible thing to say. And then she responds, no, I really did think it was a weird thought. She's referring to her own thought. Or is she referring to Reina's thought that they could have made nationals? I'm a little bit confused by this. And then I don't understand. And wait, you are insulting me. No, it's a confession of love. Okay, that's the line that I was missing in my head. No, it's a confession of love. Okay. There's no way you're serious. That side of you has always interested me, right? It's like you were a friendly, good girl, ma. But beneath that, you a bad kitty. I'm sorry. What's under Reina's mask? Because Reina so far has been made out to be almost a porcelain doll in a way. Besides that little bit, the bruising on her ankles. She's almost too perfect. She actually, in the way that she interacts with people and her manner of speaking, she reminds me a little bit of Senjo Kahara. Just a little bit. In that she means what she means, and she says what she says, and she wants what she wants, and she'll do it. She wants to get it. But also in that she expresses herself in strange but comprehensible ways. But beneath that, you're actually really distant. Don't you understand my love? Yes, she is a weirdo. It's not exactly that I wanted to see it. I simply wanted to do something that others wouldn't. Again, this fuzzy edge lighting on the hair, gorgeous. A sea of stars, can't help but think of Ginga Eiyuu Densetsu. It's not like that anyway. It's not, huh? So you could read this as and the smile as a moment of, oh, so you're available if you wanted to. Whoosh. Whoosh. I had a feeling you'd understand. I don't try to get close to people who don't interest me. So, and then we're showing what appears to be like emblematic of shallow relationships, shallow friendships. And then there's this line: being relieved to know you're the same as someone else is stupid. Oh, that's an interesting one about conformity and the way that we seek validation. And it's a line that I entirely agree with. I think is a really interesting one. It's something that comes up in my line of work, in what I do. Usually it comes up when I don't like something that other people like. Then you get the backlash from the lack of validation. It's always fascinating. But it reveals that part of the reason that people watch reactions is because they want to hear people express the same feelings that they've felt and validate that when they felt those feelings while watching a show, they were right to. So if somebody doesn't, then it invalidates it. But the problem with that is that it's not useful, really. I mean, it maybe gives you a little dopamine rush, but it's not valuable in any way. If everyone's just expressing the same ideas, what's the point? It's stupid, as she says. You shouldn't be relieved to realize that you think the same way as everyone else. It should terrify you. Well, she's doing a really good job of avoiding it so far. There's something else here. The way that she keeps turning to Kumiko and being like, you get it, right? I thought you would understand. You understand what I'm talking about. It's as though she's seeking that kind of validation from Kumiko. But not for conforming, but you, like me, are different. So you understand my difference, right? It's interesting. Seriously, if you want to cure cancer, just mash together all of the scenes where Reina does a thing where her hair moves and she looks at the camera. It's over. It's over. Immortality achieved. And then there's this let me sensually drag my finger down your face scene. Also this moment where we've got the camera sort of wandering a little bit. This is a cool effect that I don't see very often in works by studios other than KyoAni. You see it fairly frequently in K-On! We've seen it fairly frequently in Hibike. I haven't seen it a lot elsewhere. But this sort of wandering camera in the wind, usually in the wind. It's really great. It's here too, until the wind dies down. Yeah, we're wandering. I don't want to be just like everyone else. All right, let's just watch that cut again, and my God, that's cool, and also kind of hot. That's why I play. I was about to be completely pulled in, like a siren. Yeah. We have 2 stars framed up in the opposite corner. Diagonal symmetry. Kind of. At least in terms of placement of focal points and stuff. Can you become special by playing the trumpet? Yes, I absolutely can. And this is also sort of like if you swap special with making it to nationals, it works, right? Do you think you can make it to nationals by playing the trumpet? Yes, and if I keep practicing, I'll become more and more likely to make it to nationals. It's the same conversation that they had in junior high, but in a different context and more personal. Not just someone who thinks that her wind ensemble can make it to nationals, but someone whose wind ensemble can make it to nationals, you know? And this distinction between putting yourself on a pedestal, believing yourself to be, and actually being. It's a huge divide. And then she cracks. And it's the cutest thing ever. And then they play together. And it's also the cutest thing ever. Again, the 2 stars. And our focus shifts here. Oh. What a good freaking episode. Poor Hazuki. Poor fucking Hazuki. Okay, I can see why this would have been a good ending point for the last video. It would have. We are now an hour and 5 minutes into recording, but I took a couple of like 5-minute sections to like go through stuff and check stuff out that will be removed in editing. I'm gonna watch one more, and we'll probably discuss a lot less on it, because it seems like we're going to be focusing on the auditions, which is something that I've been hyped about for a while, and that's part of why I want to watch one more. The other part is that doing that sets us up for a fantastic 2-2-2 out to the end of the season, and then we're good to go. So let me resync all my stuff so that it is syncable, because it slowly gets out of sync as you record for longer, and then I'll pull up episode 2, or episode 2 for this video, episode 9. See you in a minute. All right, we are all resynced up and ready to go. I have episode 9 of Hibike up and ready to go. Hop over to the picture-in-picture version in the description if you want to watch that one. Get your video ready to sync up if you're doing it that way. Beep beep timer goes here. I'm really sad that that is not available as an original digital print from KyoAni. It's seen as we pull out from Kumiko running on the water. I would have bought it and made it my thumbnails. Oh, you'll note that the thumbnail for this video will switch. It'll be a new thumbnail because I went and bought the digital art from KyoAni just to support them a little bit, just a tiny bit. Hmm. Okay. Now they're coming to him for help. Yeah. As it should be. Hmm. Oh. Is it because of finding out about Hazuki? Please audition. More like, please audition. Hmm. Love. Hmm. What just happened there? God, that's the kind of stuff that makes this show so amazing. There was a thing that just happened, and I don't know what it was, but a thing just happened between Kumiko and Window Girl. Hmm. Oh, you're too good for this world, Hazuki. Yeah, good. No retribution. Yeah. Oh. Damn, Asuka. Gotcha. Hmm. Oh no, is she gonna try and follow up? Oh. It's not your fault, Midori. Damn, Hazuki, that is really mature. And extremely cool. She got the combos. Yeah, she was trying to get it big time. Aww. Wow. That's cool. Hmm. Hmm. No. Hmm. A way to push yourself. Wow. No, you're the best. It's okay, Husky. Oh. Yeah, you're just not aware of it. Oh, out the other way. Nothing awkward about that. Lots of awkward about that. When bought the same thing that he was eating. Yeah. Just bury it with fried stuff. It'll be fine. She seems okay. She seems okay. Ooh, that separation. Awkward. Taki is interesting. Oh, that could be awkward. That's why we need auditions. Did she know? Did she know? Must have. I think so. This is kind of great that there are characters who like genuinely care about each other's well-being and like think about each other when they're apart and talk to other friends to figure out what to do about it. Hmm. Take that out of context. Hmm. Hmm. When Aw. Aw. I thought it was enough when Hazuki brought her the contrabass, but then aw. She went reciprocated the face. Aw. This is the girl who we've set up Rana competing with, right? For first chair? Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I want it. Was, but a cute one. Gotta get that instrument inside. Hmm. Oh, hi. She going out into the rain. Hmm. Cool setup. Hmm. A piece of toast. Is he not here? That would mean he's not auditioning. Uh-oh. Oh, she came early. Hey, the gang's all here. Hmm. She's chosen you as a bit of a rival. Yeah, you better not stop. Every second. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to be cut. Yeah. Hiya. Yeah. Okay. How many do we have right now? But you still have to prove it. Okay. All right, so how are we going to format this? Jack? Okay. Uh oh. Ow. Ow. Yeah. Uh-huh. All right. Easy peasy. All right, Natsuki. Oh, terrifying. Does that mean they're going to hold her to a higher standard? Yeah. All right, here we go. No way to read Taki. We're really in. Oh no. I have to do my best. Reina, give me strength. Yeah, it's always impossible when you're in it. All right, let's figure it out. Oh. What about trumpet? Oh. Huh? She got it. And with the stakes set. Yeah. Ooh. The next part begins. Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow, Natsuki. Wow. And Fin. Perfect. Perfect. So, this episode is all about the auditions, except for some little bits and pieces that are about last episode. This whole thing with the little instruments as like a way of expressing themselves to each other is the cutest. How Hazuki gets her the contrabass and she goes and gets the tupakun that she's been looking for as well and like gives it to her, and they name it the name of each other's instruments because they know the names of each other's instruments. It's so cute and so perfect how they're trying to like cheer each other up at the same time for different reasons. We got another example of removing all the eye stuff. This time they go even further with it. It's just like a blank gradient. It's great. Asuka just like honto. I really don't care. All right. So have some time after school. She's looking for backup to talk to Midori. Then she brings it out. Yeah, this is Georgie. Ah. And then we have this conversation about whose fault it is, and they're both like, nah, it's pretty much my fault. Nah, it's pretty much my fault. It's everybody's fault. It doesn't really matter. It's just kind of not a fun situation. And then Hazuki continues to be a perfect cinnamon roll who just wants to help and make everybody happy, and unfortunately that means that she doesn't get to be happy, but she puts on the face for it and she tries, and and she goes and she buys the same like street food thing that he's always eating clearly, and she just like wolfs it down, definitely stress eating a little bit. I can't help but feel for Hazuki. Like, she's still smiling and stuff and she's doing okay, but she's not. And we have Kumiko talking to her cactus. We have this conversation about Taki, which implies that Reina came to Kitauji specifically because Taki was going to be the instructor and knew. I mean, that's the implication here. It's pretty neat. So then we get this conversation with Midori, and again, like, characters who are not just like at each other's throat, trying to destroy each other for their own romantic desires or whatever. Thank God. Like, yeah, thank God. They're friends. They should act like it, and they do, and I like it. It's good. Is good. Me like. So then, this is the second time that we've expressed a change in Kumiko after the night with Reina. Also, that night with Reina is, yeah, only because of that night with Reina. But then we have this moment where she goes to the little thing, and if I remember correctly, she said a while ago that Tubakun is like really rare. So it's the implication is that she went and like put in quarters until she got the one that matched Hazuki's instrument so that she could give it to her and be like, "It's Chupacabra, cause you're the best, bruh." You know? Oh, everybody's a summon roll. But there's a divide between her and Shuichi. Then we get this sequence, which sets up our conflict or brings it back into our minds. Man, the little drops. Like we knew, what, 3 or 4 episodes ago that in the auditions it was going to be this girl versus Reina for the part of the solo parts, right? We knew that. It was already set up. Now we just bring it back, and she talks about some advice that she had gotten from Reina, right? Or was it advice from Asuka? Okay, it was advice from Asuka, right? Ways to ask gods to help me with this. And then we get this expression of desire. Before I was just coasting. I was hoping that I would just play well enough that nobody would be in conflict, that nobody would be at each other's throats. But now I'm a third year and this is my last chance, and it's finally dawned on me that I don't get another shot, so I'm going to do my best. And she does, and it's not enough. So we set up the stakes. We know what the impact is if she loses, if she doesn't get that part. Boom, and it happens. Perfect. I'm a third year. This is my last chance. This is a very classic like mini narrative for sports shows where you've got the first year, super talented first years coming in, and there are third years in the squad, and the first years are like cool with them and kind of don't want to defeat them because they want them to have the opportunity to play, but then they're gonna defeat them anyway because they're just more talented, and it just happens. Usually in the sports shows, what happens is that the third year becomes like an extra, and then gets like a moment to shine in the final match or something like that. They put them in for to score 1 point or to like hit a serve or something, you know? Maybe we'll get something like that for her, but I don't think it works that way in Wind Ensemble. She's still a member of the ensemble, but she doesn't get the solo parts. So, And at this point in the episode, we start pumping up the tension a little bit. Everybody's showing up to practicing, and she hears Natsuki, and it's interesting. She thinks it's Asuka playing, right? Because she's worried about everybody, but she can't hear herself play, not really. So she's judging herself down a little bit. But this moment when she has the realization, and you could say, yeah, you should have realized this from the start. Of course everybody wants to play Kumiko. Of course everybody's into it. But once she has this moment when she sees Natsuki, of all people, the girl who wouldn't even interact with the rest of the base group until prompted to, going out, practicing on her own, working hard, clearly not only putting effort in, but being driven, Kumiko goes, oh, I can't skate. I gotta step it up. And it's like, yeah, damn right, girl. And so she does. And then there's this moment with Reina where she kind of, it's kind of an equivalent to the like this thing that anime characters sometimes do, sort of just snapping her out of it by, in this case, smooshing up her face. Shmish. It's very cute. And we do a lot with this angle toward the feet. It almost becomes a almost dance-like as they step closer together, step back. It's kind of great. Practicing fingerings in class. All right, then we've got our setup. I was wondering how they were going to format the auditions. They did what I pretty much expected, which was that we just montage through the ones we don't care about. And just like show results for the rest. And then because we're mostly, I would say that we're locked into Kumiko's perspective for this section. Like, yeah, our perspective, we only know or see anything that Kumiko knows or sees. Yeah. So the only indications of like response that we get from Taki are what we can read from him visually. And then little curveball gets thrown at her. She remembers, Reina Kosaka, give me strength. And it works. Everybody please. We do the announcements, and man, doing them like this, so that with each section we see the impact. Boom. 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 But wait, she didn't make tuba. What? You gonna, what? This is actually the most like subversive thing in the episode by far. Actually, it might be the most subversive thing in the show so far, Yuri undertones included. A main character not making their part? Are you joking? What do you do with that? Where do you go with that? I see two ways forward. One is that she continues to support the club in a more managerial position. I don't think so. Two is that something changes and she like doubles down on practice and is able to convince Taki later to get her in, or that Kumiko tries to convince Taki to put her in. How are you gonna make a main character just miss the cut? No way. No way. Interesting. Shuichi makes it, and then she's just like, wait, I didn't make it. And Reina gets the lead part. It's clear that there is some dissent amongst some others here, especially this girl. Kind of expected. Yeah, her eyes are swimming, but she'll accept it. And we get this cool zoom. Dope. Definitely dope sauce. And then, of course, Tuti, the amazing ED. All right, well, everybody's got their parts. I think the biggest conflict that needs to be resolved at the moment is Hazuki. Wait. We can't lose Hazuki, right? We gotta fix that. We gotta change something. So I'm curious to see what happens there. I think this is a pretty perfect place to stop. Because we've been building to the auditions for a long time, and now we've had the auditions, and now everything is set. And we're either going to try and modify what has happened, and like find a workaround or something for Hazuki, or we're going to focus on the actual get down to it practice. Either way, it should be really interesting. So these have been two wildly different, but both knockout episodes. I definitely think episode 8 is the stronger episode of the two, and potentially the strongest episode of the series so far. Up there. Certainly up there. Really cool stuff. Gorgeous as usual. The story's going in ways that I don't expect. I love it. This is a good show. Actually, this is a great show. Already. I'm totally happy calling it great. Potentially even masterpiece tier. But we're an hour and 43 minutes in. I think that's going to be about it for me. So I'm going to wrap it up. I've been Teeaboo. This has been Hibike, episode episodes 8 and 9. I hope that you've enjoyed these two as much as I have, and I hope to catch you next week in the next two. So because I did 2 today, I'll do 10, 11, and then 12, 13. We'll just set that in stone. And it'll be 2, 2, 2. Or 2T. Ha. I'm done. All right. Yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. If you want the next one early, it's up on Patreon. Or it will be sometime the day that this is live on YouTube. Cool? Cool. Peace.